Can you share your experience at RustConf?
Oh, it's great. It's been fun. As you said, I gave my talk.
You know, Rust holds my hand and keeps me on the happy path here.
Actually, RustCamp might have been one of my favorites because
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I have been working on Rust since 2017, more or less.
Oh, well.
And Rust helped Colombia.
What do you think that makes Rust unique?
Well, I'll give you the easy answer.
Please introduce yourself.
Sure, my name is Salvador Salazar. I'm a principal software engineer for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Solar. I work on Redox OS, and I also work at System 76 as principal engineer.
My name is Creech. I work at Solana Foundation as head of developer relations. So myself, since I do developer relations, I build a bunch of applications to showcase how to build on Solana, and we use Rust, of course.
I'm Vitaly Bragilevsky. I'm a developer advocate at JetBrains.
I'm Mikayla. I am a software engineer at Zed, like the second time at RustConf. Yeah, so it's exciting being here.
My name is Nico Matsakis. I am currently a senior principal engineer at Amazon. I've been working on Rust since 2011.
I'm the founder of Tracel and the creator of Pearce, which is a deep learning framework written in Rust. So I've been using Rust for like multiple years.
Well, my name is Luca, and I've been working in the Rust community for the past 8 years.
I'm Huey. I currently work at Futurewei, and I work on the Rust project, and I co-lead the types team.
I'm Taylor Cramer, or Cramer TJ on GitHub. I am currently the development lead for Crewbit, which is Google's C++ Rust interrupt.
I'm Marco. I work at the Rust Foundation. And yeah, my job is being part of the Rust infrastructure team.
My name is Andrés. I work at ixpantia. I'm from Colombia, and more specifically, Bogota.
My name is Santiago Pastorino. I'm from Uruguay. I have been working on Rust since 2017, more or less.
I work on Solana. We build a very fast blockchain client, the fastest blockchain client. We use Rust. It's fully written in Rust. The reason why I work on Solana is that I've been involved in working with eBPF with Rust for a very long time. Before Solana, I created Aya, which is the standard crate to work with eBPF with Rust. And so that's how I got involved in this whole space.
So I'm Walter Pearce with the Rust Foundation. I am the security there, so the security engineer at Rust.
Perfect. And are you enjoying the RustConf so far?
Yeah, I always love RustConf.
Actually, RustCamp might have been one of my favorites because we had it structured very deliberately with like a talk and then 30 minutes break, and then a talk and then 30 minutes break. So you got lots and lots of time to go talk to other people and ask questions.
Can you share your experience at RustConf so far? How has it been?
Oh, it's great. It's been fun. As you said, I gave my talk.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is my second RustConf.
The experience with Rust has been really positive. As I mentioned, I transitioned from a Java developer to a Rust developer about a year and a half to 2 years ago.
It's been very good. Yeah, I've been here since yesterday, last night. I met a lot of people. We talked a lot about different Rust projects, and people are really using Rust in all kinds of crazy places these days.
Yeah, this is the second RustConf that I've been to. So far, we are talking to a bunch of Rust developers, and I'm really enjoying talking about Solana and learning about like what do they think about Solana, what is their Rust experience, and like what kind of open source contributions that they're looking and doing.
It's been interesting so far. So I joined as a speaker this year.
Well, RustConf is my favorite conference in Rust space. And it's my third RustConf, and I like it a lot. So we come at RustConf every year.
And the biggest benefits of using Rust is actually you can easily handle the complexity of things because of the type system.
I think my first RustConf was 2017. No, I have, really positive memories of the conference. It was really cool getting to meet everyone for the first time in person.
Yeah, it's been great. Yes, many passionate Rust developers that come and ask you all kinds of questions. Yes, it's been great. Yes, my favorite, there are great talks, but my favorite part is always talking to other Rusticians, asking them what they do with Rust, where they are at their journey. Yeah,
I have been working on Rust since 2017, more or less.
Oh, well.
I think I got a few contacts. I got many very nice questions about the talk, Solana itself, and also the eBPF work I'm involved with. And yeah, it's been great. Some of the talks were great, and yeah, very happy to be here.
Really fun about being at RustConf is you get to talk to a lot of fans of our software. Like, it's really nice building Rust software for Rustaceans because it's such a close-knit community. Most people have heard about it or know about it, especially if you've made a project of even a little bit of notoriety. And it's really cool to talk with people about something that's usually very niche, right? Like, I don't have many places to talk about Rust. Even with my developer friends, most of my developer friends aren't using Rust in one way or another. So it's really nice to just be surrounded by Rustaceans.
We use Rust as the main programming language to build the validator that runs the Solana network. Not only that, but anybody that's building an application on top of Solana is also using Rust. And so it is a very essential part of Solana itself. So myself, since I do developer relations, I build a bunch of applications to showcase how to build on Solana, and we use Rust, of course.
What do you think that makes Rust unique? Why people might be interested into learning it or using it for their projects?
Well, I'll give you the easy answer. What makes it unique is it's the only mainstream language that doesn't have a garbage collector and yet has memory safety. A lot of people come to Rust for the performance, but they stay for the match statements. And what he meant by that is, yeah.
I miss the match statement now. And now every time I code in another language, I say like, where is my match statement?
Yeah, exactly. In any case, yeah, it's like reliability is really what we're all focused on. And I think that sounds stodgy, but it's really a kind of superpower.
Perfect. And now please share like a real experience in using Rust in a real project. For example, in your case, you can talk about Zen.
Yeah.
Something else.
Spent a year or two learning like kind of the basics of Rust. Like, I started with advent of code and just writing a couple days of solutions in Rust, and then I did some classes on it. But I really became a Rust developer when I got hired at Zed as an intern, and we spent like my first 3 months I spent building a terminal based on Alacrity's terminal, and I just was spending all day long reading ancient docs and solving burrow checker problems and all sorts of stuff.
The thing that I actually fell in love with about Rust that I didn't expect was how open and collaborative the community was at the time. It was super easy for me to just send a PR to the compiler or to Clippy and to see like, oh, hey, actual people who work on this project respond and want to collaborate with me and want to figure out how to get my changes landed, how to support the lints that I want, how to make the language and the community and the tooling better for everybody. And I thought it was really cool that I as just like some kind of random individual developer could show up and make really like positive contributions to the space and feel like I was part of a broader community. So, Rust holds my hand and keeps me on the happy path here. In C++, I can like wander right off of it. And sometimes that leads to really, really cool, really high performance software. And sometimes it leads to total confusion and disaster.
RustConf is interesting because you get a lot more of the general public that maybe is less familiar with Rust, but also at the same time sort of interested.
And what's your experience at the RustConf so far?
It's been amazing. The talks have been really cool, and Rust helped Colombia get access to more people. So that's how I started in Rust, and nowadays I work at ixpantia. We're a consulting firm in data science and data engineering, and we do Rust to enable our clients to tap into high-performance computing without having to go and learn C++ or a more finer-grained programming language. Even though Rust can be for some people hard to write, it's much easier to read. So very high-level Rust can be very readable. So for some people, reading pointers all over the place is kind of, I don't know what's going on. With Rust, it's so sequential, everything makes so much sense that people in the science space can start using Rust, or people in the web dev space can start using Rust.
And so Rust has been really incredible for a large long-term project because honestly, I can say so many reasons, but one of the sleeper reasons is refactorings. There's often when a project like I've been working at Zed for like 3 years. Oftentimes there's choices I've made when I was a newer developer or we made in the past that now we need to change, right? We need to update this type, or we need to break it up, or we need to shrink it down. And Rust makes that so easy. Having such a strong, rich type system makes it possible to do large, even application-wide refactors, and then just like do it in a couple weeks and it's done, and then it just keeps working once you're done the refactor. So I don't know, I loved working in Rust and building something with Rust.
Perfect. And last quick question.
Yeah.
Can you explain maybe to someone who doesn't know what Z is? What is Z?
Yeah, so Z, the code editor for what's next, is a fast Rust-based code editor. We're not a fork. We're not built with Electron or a WebView. We are all Rust top to bottom, and we are a new code editor. We've built a lot of the things you expect from a code editor, debugger, Git panel. We have a lot of AI integrations if that's your thing as well, but you can also turn them off if that's not your thing.
What about your role at the Rust Foundation? What are your responsibilities? What do you do in your day-to-day life?
Yes, part of the infrastructure team, we do all kinds of stuff. We manage like infrastructure as code and like the AWS, like all the resources that we have in AWS, all the GitHub settings for all the organization. We also manage the Rust CI. That was what my talk was about. We have lots of bots that help Rust developer do their job. For example, we have Pearce, that is a bot that manages like the merge queues, approving PRs and whatnot. Yeah, many different stuff.
Perfect.
It's never boring.
Okay, thank you so much, Marco. Best of luck with everything.
Thanks to you.
Yeah,
best of luck with
see you again.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Francesco.
See you around.
Yes.
Bye.